All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Episode 2. All right, this show is a special treat. It's almost like since Konosuba has been gone, I've been missing a proper comedy.
And the fact that we can even compare it to Konosuba after one episode, like that's something special. The presentation is just so good.
Yeah, and we've only got 3 characters as of yet. So
that's fine.
So I'm looking forward to them slowly introducing more characters to contrast the slight extreme slant in the story being specifically between these 2 characters dynamic, because I want to see their whole thing from the outside looking in, but with a little bit more intelligence.
A little bit more
intelligence. Yeah. Yes, exactly. But hey, Moe Cute can be amazing as well. So y'all, this is going to be exciting. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Confession. Ah, yes, this opening again. In this world. I love that this is like the OP, actually. Like,
right.
Like, it's like, you know, the law of equivalent exchange.
Exactly. Yep. And it is very much described as the law.
And a side's been exploited.
Wow. Oh my god.
Indeed.
And this opening is just so great.
Love is war. The other thing I really know I'm gonna love about this show is the dual main character aspect.
Yes.
While Kaguya's name is the main name essentially in the show, neither of them are the true main character as far as I can see.
Maybe it's Chika. I love that. Like
Chika is the audience that ships them.
Basically.
Hey, she's the Joker, which means she might be the wild card that, you know, none of them ever expected to be so powerful. It's just the dramatic weapons and stuff.
And the escalation, and then Chika's just there randomly dancing.
But it's like this OP could like remind me of something like classy and jazzy, like Death Parade or something. But then it's like weapons, grenades, guns, knives everywhere. Love is war, love is war. That part. Just in case we forgot.
Is this the second episode?
Yeah. Yeah, this is new.
Okay.
Yeah. You were just like, wow, there's a lot of repeated stuff.
Of course.
It is curious, though, that they are redoing all this over again. Yeah.
Are you sure this is...
Yes, this is new! It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
All right.
So noble and elegant. This song and dance again.
Yep.
If anything, that's where they're gonna bond. That's where they're gonna connect. Is that they're so tired of all these stupid people around them. A smartphone. Kaguya wants to trade.
Feels like
me.
That's
amazing.
Yes, that's the reason.
No.
See, the thing is that they need to just be more like Chika and there would be no problem.
Right. The true genius, of course. Love! Oh, of course. Indeed, indeed.
Buddha desu.
It is an inevitability.
Trying to get Chika to help out.
A 3-minute limit. So limit the parameters.
Exactly.
Yes. Nay, it is not improper. She made herself cry.
Yeah.
Natural 20 and deception check.
Wow.
No. The Barnum effect.
Wow.
Wow. Oh. She memorized it. An overwhelming win. And she just Chika's like breaking down. Error 404. Both lose. Oh my gosh. See, Chika is the next level shipper here. Solving every problem that they have, you know? It does. Oh! Oh! 80 damage. Ah, indeed. Oh, that looks so good. Barbecue. Indeed. Indeed.
I love how specific the scenario is.
Yes. He's like, victory will be mine. Oh. And he'll be like, yes. Shut down. Yes, indeed. Oh. Yeah, she would have the tactical advantage there. This is true. Perfect. Oh, he can't swim! What? Da-da-dun. Da-da-dun. Oh. His eyes. Look at Chika. She keeps going back and forth.
Yep, yep.
Weak sauce. Oh. What? Muda, 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 muda. Dang. She's good. Can't swim, hates bugs. Whoa! There is no justice in the world.
Just elevator drops.
Tank class offensive ability! Oh my god! Cute! Oh no! Her one weapon used against her! Oh my god. She's gonna choose a middle ground thing. Well, this is freaky. Hi, Spooner. She's just listing off dead people.
Mm-hmm.
She is a little scary. What? What?
I think that was the last skit I saw.
Gotcha. Miyuki wants to hide his ignorance.
Never mind. I remember this one.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And then how cute. Yes, yeah. Yes. No. Yes. What? Oh. Yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Whoa!
Because he's doing all this as if Shinomiya did it.
Yeah. Oh. Wrecked. Oh. Yep. The voice actor doing the voice is so good. He translates to all that. Oh, you have no idea. What is this arrogant conversation? Oh, I can predict. What? Wall down. What? Oh my god, that was brilliant. Oh. I don't especially hate you.
Yeah.
No self-awareness at all. Watch, this guy's gonna end up giving him advice now. Oh. Ah! Oh. 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 Did you not say that out loud?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I wonder why. Nothing. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. Yes, it makes sense. Oh! The next person seeking advice. Oh no.
Oh, that's right. I don't think we got the ending last episode.
We did not, no.
Yeah.
Oh, parents that ignored her.
Zeppelins!
Yes, but her assistant has always been a friend to her.
Yes.
That was some really good, like, quick visual storytelling there. Is she her maid or assistant?
Seems like...
Because it seems like she's a mix of a whole bunch of things.
Just general person that attends to Kaguya.
Attendee, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gun? What? What?
Love is war, after all.
I guess.
Tactical Kaguya.
But this is all fantastical and romantic, and like the first one is all like a James Bond. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's kill or be killed. Yeah. Look at the line integrity, though. It's very staggered. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
That's not how it is in the usual show. Oh my god, this show is so freaking funny. It's so funny. Like, everything about the skits, everything about the little encounters and stuff, and the battle reports. Yep. But they brought in, finally, another character who seems to be a completely throwaway character.
Right, I don't think there'll be a recurring character. And I'm pretty sure now that we are caught up to what I've seen, because I remember that skit. I remember that skit.
Oh, it's so genius. It's so genius because one of the things that they could, I would say, fall into the trap of doing is basically having it be a thing where they're both more focused on screwing each other over than they are about actually getting
what they want,
getting what they want. So a way to look at it is that they both are absolutely immature in that they think that in order to get what they want, they have to have the other person confess.
Right.
Now, there could exist in a lot of relationships a power dynamic like that of sorts, and I'd say in a lot of them there does, and it's not really as obvious as they're making it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
It's way more subtle, but the thing that's interesting here is that they both really do like each other. Yes. And they like each other more than they want to screw each other over in a way.
Right, because if you think about it, now, when Miyuki basically tried to cover for his mistake, you know, because he was saying all the things that he didn't like about her. Now, saying that he actually likes all those things about her, which he really doesn't, I guess, but he is able to say that, so that's a step in the right direction. He still knew that she was there, and hearing that. Now, he did it to tide her over so that it wouldn't be like the most egregious of insults he ever could have leveled at her.
Yes.
But that is still essentially a form of pseudo, not quite declaring his
confession
love to her.
To be fair, though, his verbiage was very calculated. He said, but maybe. Before he said everything else.
Right.
Which means that it's all in limbo, but to her it might as well be a confession or a form of win for her.
And he didn't actually... He made it very emotionally detached.
Yes.
Like even though it was a thing of... But maybe that's the best... You know, those are the best aspects of her, but it wasn't something of... I am personally emotionally compromised by her.
And they want also to be confessed to each other.
Exactly. So the fact that the fact that it happened, but they don't, but she doesn't know that he knows that it happened, means that it doesn't count because that it's about the breaking of the pride of the other person almost more than whatever they actually feel.
If anything, the whole aspect of targeting the other person's weaknesses with regards to like specific environmental like locations, like with the trip and everything, that would make it more, targeted towards one of them having an advantage, I think is hilarious. I think though that like they're ignoring the fact that they have a specific advantage by having this room effectively all to themselves, one-on-one. So it's something that I want to see them bring up at some point to try and get Chika out of the room.
And then lock the door.
Well, and then find some way to like, basically use that to their advantage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I'm almost thinking of it as something like, imagine if they're in like a life or death scenario where they think they're in a life or death scenario, and then it's like, well, what is our pride now because we're about to die? But no, we must, hold to that even in our final moments. But then they could basically go farther than they normally would, but then back out of it. It's like, we don't actually like each other. Like, no, that was just the adrenaline. That's all it was. That's all it was. I just didn't want to die a virgin, or something like that.
Which, by the way, that skit was so good compared to the camping trip one. Because the camping trip one I thought was genius.
That was great.
That was really well done. But the advice giving one gave a dynamic of having Kaguya being aware of what's going on and having this be I'm going to spy and gain information about how he works. And then she's listening to it, and his advice is so embarrassingly bad. It's so ridiculously stupid, and yet at the end it works. It worked.
Yeah.
Like okay. Here's the thing I think that's funny is they're poking, I'd say, a little bit of fun in this whole story about the whole idea of the roles that individual people play in the relationship,
especially in romances and romantic comedies and anime and stuff. And
gender roles and stuff like that. And then we have you know, the guy coming to the guy for relationship advice, and the guy gives the dumbest kind of like diminutive towards women advice.
Like
and
that, the only place that would work would be in like a really bad shoujo, like a really trashy shoujo.
But I think in a lot of ways, what's really funny is that his assumptions about women turned out maybe actually being right, just specifically because this was a kind of person that laughed at the misfortune of another guy. Now, this is something I think that would bring up here.
Lack
is that,
of confidence.
Well, yes, sure. But more so that Kaguya has her whole, like, thing that he believes that she says that, you know.
How cute.
How cute, yes. And that would be, in his mind, a form of laughing at another guy and stuff like that. And yet,
I think he believes that Kaguya does like him and that he just has to get her to confess.
Well, yeah, I think they're both aware that the other person has to have some kind of feelings for him. But I think the reason why they're still putting this up is that they're actually slightly, they are slightly insecure about whether or not they do like them.
Sure.
Because that's partially why I think why they don't ask is that because the minute they ask, the power dynamic is very simple. The person then is giving them the opportunity to reject them. And rejection hurts. So it's very very simple and clear. But
there's the positive aspect that they want their ego to be stoked by the other person asking. But more to it, it's that they don't want to be the one to ask because then the other person could just you're basically saying, you know, here's a knife pointed right at my heart. Feel free to do whatever you want with it. And then they could just be like, haha, I beat you.
And in a lot of ways, that's why I think they've got all these problems here, is they've equated every advance towards the other person as a love confession. When actually, like, that's...
When you have Chika doing all these things, that's just like, oh yeah, can I get your number? Cool, awesome, you know.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Just getting someone's number expresses interest, but that doesn't mean that they love the person.
It's the idea that they've made everything so sterile when they're trapped in the same room, mostly alone, for the past 6 months. You would expect them to have some kind of connection.
And they do. They do. They have a weird form of banter, if you will.
Right. They'll look down on the common folk together, you know. But and hey, that could be how they maybe could have spun it.
That's what I was saying earlier. That they're gonna bond over their appreciation for their, or they're gonna bond over their disdain for all others that are not at their level.
Right. I still just, my mind thinks back to the line from the first episode where Kaguya is saying, like, if he passionately were to pledge his mind, body, soul, and hometown.
And she's like, psh, I would need at least a country. Hometown.
Like, it's these characters. It's just an absolute disaster, and I love to watch it happen.
It's amazing. One of the things I thought was really funny also was the whole cell phone, he's a cheapskate, and he finally gets one just for the purpose of, I would say, having the freedom to do all those things, even though he's never really going to do any of them.
Also probably specifically so that hopefully she would ask him for his number.
Oh, It was primarily a weapon for that. But what I find is funny is that we're reminded that she's the super duper rich person. And he's like, well, you know, I'm prestigious enough to get into this school and stuff. But he primarily worked his way into this kind of a setup here. So he's not made of money like she is.
And yet they both don't like getting a modern phone.
Right. One of the things that I thought was really funny here was Chika has a lot of moments in the background where she's just kind of doing things. And it seems like she's the ultimate Easter egg of this story. Because it's not subtle, or it's not really hard to, like, find her in the scene and see what she's doing.
But given how much dramatic, like, just stuff, everything is given to the other two,
it draws you away from her primarily. And it is funny, given that in my opinion, I think she was made as the cutest of the characters, right? She is made to be the cute, pretty character that attracts everyone kind of looking at her. But when they're all like dramatically talking like see mountains, see mountains, see mountains, see mountains, she's like going back and forth, and then like as they're giving their arguments and stuff, you see her eyes go wide as she looks back and forth at each one, and her eyes keep going like even crazier. And it's like
and then she's like, I want to go to this haunted dark place, and let's talk to a medium that will call up the spirits of some dead people.
She listed off like 12 to 15 dead people too. Like really like went from like Buddha, Christ, Marie Antoinette, and then she starts listing off like philosophers and stuff. I'm like, Aristotle? Like, who cares about Aristotle? What? I mean, why would interesting. I know, but why would Aristotle's spirit be in Japan? Like, what? Like,
no, it's the netherworld.
It's all the same place.
Exactly. That
makes sense. This is true.
Spirit
big,
travel.
Big
Come on.
brain, indeed.
Yep.
Interplanar travel.
Yes.
Okay, so we have our first new character. I don't think he's going to be a big deal. I don't think the girls that were also in the whole thing are going to be a big deal. But I gotta say, the way he translated their speech, the way Miyuki translated how their things there, that was hilarious. But the one that
the best one is the
and then it translated to I'm the only one worthy of him. It's like, oh my god.
And it totally fits with
so beautiful.
It totally fits with his character too, because both of them, him and Kaguya, are so stuck up.
Like, oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Yeah.
And the thing is, and here's the thing. That level of reading into things, that might actually be accurate with Kaguya to some degree, right? Now, he's still self-aggrandizing himself and everything, right? And, and Kaguya is way too proud to think in those terms. But picking up on all those subtle little like things that don't mean anything or mean something completely different, and trying to extrapolate all this stuff, that probably would be a pretty good tactic for Kaguya, and that's probably what they've been more or less doing for the past 6 months. You know? But
and it's funny because in some ways he used it on Kaguya because she was on the other side of the door. He's like, you come up to the door like this. And bam! And she just like, it's like, he startled me. And then he's like, go out with me. And then she like blushes so red because she's hearing it in the same
right, and so close to her.
And it's like, okay, come on, like anyone out there, I don't care who you are, like. Would that work on you? Seriously, in the comments, like, would something so basic and simple work on you? Like, no.
If you're like 15 or something, and you've read a lot of fan fiction, maybe. But that's the thing. Like, when your favorite book is Twilight,
you've known this person for 6 months, and you go to school together. Would that work on you?
I don't think anyone that it might actually work on them would admit it.
No, I think they would. I think that's okay. I'm sorry. It wouldn't work on me, but I just think it would be cool to find out what parameters would need to be met in order for it to work on you.
Wait. So, if a girl came up and put her hand against the wall and said, go out with me.
What parameters would need to be there for me to say yes? I would kind of need to...
Oh, me? Just for kicks. If a girl actually did that...
why not? Oh, sorry. I would say yes maybe to the date, but I do that more to kind of be nice to the...
Oh, I would do it just because I'm curious. What kind of girl would actually do that?
I'd be a little scared. If anything, here's the thing where I admit maybe a little bit of my own insecurities here, is that I don't find the aggression part like scary or like something that's off or whatever. It's the idea that the
confidence.
No, it's the blurting of it. Meaning that there was no like conversation or anything built up to it. The idea is that there was no conversation or talking prior to this moment. It was just like someone walks up to you. You can see them from like 10 feet away or 20 feet away. You're like, hey, they don't address you. They just boom. And they're just like, go out with me. And you're like,
I would say, I would literally do this and I would say, all right, where do you want to go?
You've been single for far too long. Oh, man.
Because that is not the kind of person that you would meet often.
No, that's true. I mean, you are correct.
So in my mind, I would want to at least see what kind of person it was. But
yeah. I would find it intriguing, but I'd be like, oh, let's have a conversation.
Yeah, coffee. A public place.
Yeah, it depends. I think on the type of date primarily. You're right. If it was a casual type of date, like a bar or a coffee place or something like that, I would not. Yes, I wouldn't mind that, and I would say yes probably. But if it's like, come over, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I am good, because there's a form of psychological, I would say, kind of tactics that I would say people use, and that's just the most kind of blatant of ones there. And I don't respond well to brute force, essentially. But no, in fact, in another way, I would say actually if someone just came up to me and didn't use the and just said, go out with me, I would say actually yes, more likely actually than the
sure. The wall thing would be a bit like, okay, weird flex, but okay.
And they could say it as aggressively as they wanted. It's just the physicality, I think, that changes it, because I think there's a difference between physical aggression and other types of aggression.
So would that change whether the girl was 5'2" or 6'2"?
Would it change?
Yeah.
No, tall or short.
So a 5'2" girl that tries to waltz.
Like guys, guys are not that picky. Like, you're lying if you think that if you'd say that the height matters to you.
No. I'm saying because you were saying that the aggression would kind of put you off, and I was
I said the aggression wouldn't put me off. It's the physicality.
Right. Well, the physicality would put you off, but if there's a bit of a disconnect between the physicality of the action being done and the physicality of the person.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I love that we just had this conversation.
This is an amazing conversation, only coming about because of this show. This is a fantastic show. If you want to see the next episode's reaction of us watching this show, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or just hang out in general and talk about whatever.
Indeed.
Jacob's going to promote something real quick.
Yes, so my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, is still available for pre-order. Link to the Kickstarter is in a pinned comment down below. You should really pre-order it, because then you can get a download high def of all the art that was reached in the stretch goals, which is amazing. So yeah, so you should do that.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.